Your eyes are not even open yet. Your thumb is already on your phone. Coffee is not ready. Your to-do list already is. You call this discipline. You call it drive. But the real answer is far stranger and a little uncomfortable. Your busyness might have nothing to do with getting things done. Try this. Picture a completely free afternoon. No phone, no plans, nothing to check. Does that sound relaxing? Or does something in your chest just tighten? For most people, it is the second one, and psychologists have actually measured that flinch. In 2014, researchers at the University of Virginia locked people in a bare room for 15 minutes. No phone, no music, nothing to do but sit with their own thoughts. The only object in the room was a button. Press it, and you get a small, unpleasant electric shock. They assumed nobody would press it. Why would you choose pain over silence? A quarter of the women pressed it anyway. 2 out of 3 men did too. One man shocked himself 190 times in 15 minutes. Read that again. People chose real physical pain over being alone with their own minds. That is not a quirky finding. That is a warning label on the human brain. Here is what is actually happening under the surface. Your mind treats discomfort like a predator. Grief, doubt, boredom, an unanswered question about your life. Doesn't matter what it is, the instinct is the same. Run. And activity is the fastest exit available. A task gives your attention somewhere else to go, so it never has to sit still with the thing that hurts. And your brain rewards you for running. Finish a task, get a small hit of dopamine. Answer an email, feel that tiny flash of relief. Not because the email mattered, because motion, any motion, feels safer than stopping. So you fill every gap in your day. Not because you love all of it, because the gaps are exactly where the feelings live. Hold on to that. It gets worse before it gets better. Psychologist Stephen Hayes has a name for this: experiential avoidance. You think you're avoiding the task list. You're actually avoiding what happens in your head the second the task list ends. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. The more competent you are, the better this trick works. You get results. People call you driven. Nobody ever questions a person who's constantly achieving something, so the avoidance hides in plain sight, dressed up as ambition. Meanwhile, whatever you're running from doesn't go anywhere. It just waits, quiet, then louder every time the noise finally stops. Now here's the twist society added on top. In 2017, researchers at Columbia Business School studied how we judge busy people versus relaxed ones. Busy people were rated as more important, more in demand, higher status. Somewhere along the way, a packed calendar replaced a nice car as the thing you show off. Free time, once the reward for success, quietly became something to apologize for. So stopping doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it feels like losing. Your body pays for this. Chronic busyness keeps your stress response humming just below full alarm, never fully off. Cortisol stays elevated. Eventually, your brain stops registering that as stress and starts registering it as normal. Busy becomes baseline. Stillness starts to feel like something is wrong, even when nothing is. That's why a vacation can wreck you faster than the job did. The second nothing is scheduled, everything you postponed shows up at once, uninvited. But here's where it flips. Boredom is not empty. In a 2013 study, people who did a deliberately mind-numbing task, copying numbers from a phone book, came up with more creative uses for a plastic cup afterward than people who did nothing beforehand. Stillness didn't shut their minds down. It switched on a completely different part of it, the part that generates ideas you can't force. So the very thing you're avoiding might be the thing that actually helps you. Which means the real question was never how do I get more done? It's this: what shows up in the first 90 seconds after you stop moving? For most people, it isn't boredom. It's a feeling they've been quietly outrunning for years. Not all busyness is avoidance. Some work is just work, and some of it you genuinely love. The tell isn't the activity. It's what happens the moment it ends. If stopping feels neutral, you're probably fine. If stopping feels unbearable, something underneath is asking to be heard. So next time your day goes quiet and your thumb reaches for your phone before your brain even registers the silence, wait one extra second. That flinch is not weakness. It's a message. You are not lazy for wanting to rest, and you are not strong simply because you never stop. You are exactly what every human is, a mind built to run from discomfort, doing precisely what it was built to do. Your eyes weren't even open yet. Your thumb was already on your phone. Now you know what it was actually running from.